Hello, welcome to this training about branding. So today I do want to share you top 3 branding tips, how to get hired, whether you're looking for new clients or employment, those corporate agreements. So hopefully these are helpful for you today. Before I go there, I would love to see your faces if you're able to join on camera, and do type in the chat where are you joining from. So I know we are often a very global community, so would love to hear from you. I am Kaisa originally from Finland, and now we are living in London in UK with my husband. Uh, Before we were just like traveling many years in 3 suitcases. So I've been building my business in 4 continents, working remotely. And what has been really enriching, what I do want to share you also with you today, is that I've been guiding hundreds, over 1,600 experts worldwide. So welcome from Virginia. Yes, good. We just visited not so long ago, well, close to Virginia, but not exactly there, for a tango event, since we dance tango with my husband. Anyway, I do share in these trainings often 3 top tips, strategies, methods that you can take away, implement right away, so that I can help you move forward in your career, professional life, or in your private life. My purpose is to help you really create an impactful life and career. What does that mean for you? I'd love you to reflect on that as well. But today, I wanted to bring branding as a topic because this is what my clients are struggling weekly. What I mean by struggling is that I see content and they do share this verbally as well. Like one client today was just like, I found it very challenging to build up my documents, to notice my expertise, especially because he's pivoting to a new area, new field, that how can I help him, how I have helped him to do that reflection and really identifying his strengths, his expertise, and how to communicate that to others. That's just one example from just today. I would love to hear in the chat kind of where you are. Are you looking for new clients if you're wanting to start your business or scale your business? So put a C in the chat if you're looking for new clients, to be hired by new clients, enrolling new clients into your business. Or are you looking for employment? You can put E in the chat. So are you looking for that career transition, maybe a new job? So I get a sense kind of like where you are. Also on Facebook Live, you're welcome to type there as well. These branding tips apply for both. Like I shared, like I'm helping experts to take the next steps in their careers. Many of my clients are also looking to start either like a side business on top of their work, or scale that down and build their business to a transition in their timeline, what they are looking for. So both, yes, trying to move abroad and figure out my options. Perfect. So and many who are wanting to even pivot from one business to another or expand. So in all of these cases, or wherever you are, and if you have questions, I'll take those later on as well, these will apply. And like I said, I wanted to share you this because I see that my clients are challenged in this area, branding their expertise to become hired, either by clients or by companies. So yeah, universal, but hopefully these are not like kept as a secret. That's why I'm sharing these with you today. I want to, before we go to the branding tips, I just want to quickly share kind of what branding is, for those of you who are not maybe clear what that could look like. So very shortly and a very plain explanation is that branding is people's perception of you and how you can shape that perception that they have created from you. So branding needs those touch points, connections, experiences, memories with you. You can't really have a brand if you're not in connection with others. Otherwise, it's just an idea that you have, but it's actually how people, what kind of image they have of you, what kind of experience they have. So you're basically your walking advertisement all the time, whether you are in business or in your private life, because all of us will create that memory of you, if that makes sense. So I wanted to share how you can use this branding your expertise to become hired, to become a sought after trusted expert in your field, so that it is easier for you to get new clients or become hired, get those career opportunities to work with the people that actually you want to work with. This is another point. I actually have many clients who think that what they can do or who they can help. What I'm inviting you to think about is that who do you really want to work with? So who are those people in your community, in your peer group, in your clients, those organizations that resonate with you? And what is the expertise that you really want to strengthen and utilize? You probably have more skills that you want to use on a daily basis. At least I do. And I'm here trying to focus on what are the areas that I'm most passionate about, if this makes sense. So yeah, my first tip, branding tip, is to actually be aware of your expertise. And then how to communicate that. First off, obviously, we need the awareness to then communicate that to others. And like I said, just today we had a session with my client who said that this has been very challenging for him. And I hear that often. I know he's not alone. I was there. I had a 10-year corporate career in brand marketing in different fields. And it was hard for me because I was like, as much as I love the marketing and my roles and the experiences that I had given, it was challenging when I noticed like it's time for something new. How can I broaden my perspective to think about what are my aspirations? Who do I want to help? What do I want to learn? Where are my strengths? So this was a challenging journey. So I'm sharing this from the bottom of my heart because I was there, overthinking, like really reflecting a lot and finding it challenging. I didn't know how to look for help before it was kind of too late and I was panicking already. But let's not go there. So I want you to have that awareness of your vision. What do I mean by that? Is that how do you want to see the world, your world, and how do you want to help the people around you? So what is kind of the mission you want to be on? So who do you want to help and how? What is the impact? Have you noticed some challenges that you really want to help solve? What kind of problem solving? If it's a very large topic or challenge, what is your role in it? So being clear on that, and then how you can share this. become obsessed about talking the mission. Then people know what you're passionate about. You'll then attract the people, the companies that you want to work with, and they will see from your application or in an event when you introduce yourself or when you're having a new discovery call with a potential client, they resonate with your message and then want to know more and probably work with you. So instead of kind of going right to the, like, let's say skills, for example, your skill set or past experience, I want you to paint the picture for others. What is the mission you're on? What kind of world do you see in the future? That what kind of changes you're here to make? Does this make sense? Can I get some thumbs up or yes in the chat? And of course, if you have some questions, I'm happy to clarify this. I'm sharing this because very often I don't see this any kind of mission statement in the CVs or applications or those who are building their businesses. Like, think about the larger scope. What is the mission you're on? Then we start to narrow it down. Thanks for the thumbs up. Yes. So describe about your purpose, your professional ambitions, and why is that important? That's also often missing. Like, I, for example, personally found it very challenging to not only leave my 10-year corporate career to study a new profession while I moved abroad to study that new profession and then starting my business. So there was a lot of changes happening kind of in parallel, or one led to another. So there was a lot of mindset work to do. So this is like my personal challenges, and overcoming them is behind why I do what I do here with you, the other experts, you experts who are either wanting to build your businesses or pivot, build that kind of lifestyle and career that is aligned with your values. Like I shared earlier, what branding is the perception that people have of you. So obviously what you do, you say, you act, how you behave, everything reflects your values, your principles, your priorities. So the more aware you are of those, and like I said, also about the purpose and the ambitions, and then you can start thinking how to communicate that so that it's clear and you don't need to think about it over and over again, but maybe do an elevator pitch that you can use when you're applying for work, or kind of when you're introducing yourself here or there with your ideal clients, for your ideal clients. So like I said, from awareness to discussing how to communicate that bigger vision that of course reflects the expertise that you have. But it's not like boom straight away to your skills or experience, but it's kind of a present to future focus, if that makes sense. Secondly, I want you to communicate the value or the added value that you bring to your clients or the team, to the organization, to the community, wherever you want to enter. And what do I mean by this is, like I said, your mission reflects your expertise. Of course, you can have some areas to grow. I'm learning and growing new things all the time. But then, of course, what are the like unique skill set, for example, for you? Here, hopefully you can see that, but how I'm utilizing my marketing background to talk to you about branding. So how can I help you implement the branding strategies to become a recognized expert so that you can become hired and paid what your expertise is worth. So for you to get paid what you're worth, I want you to know the value that you're bringing. And what I mean by added value is, of course, like you might have the skills they are looking for and maybe some extra. What is making you stand out, or what are the unique skills, like how I could, for example, stand out from other career coaches is that I have the marketing background. Some other career coaches, for example, can have more experience in HR when they know more about like recruiting processes, for example. So how can you use and utilize your skills, your experience so far, and how does that come nicely together, perfectly together to add the value for your clients? So you can describe the transformation. Like I said, what is the mission for you? For example, I help experts to become hired, sought after in their field so that they can serve more people, increase their impact and income as well. The income that would support the lifestyle they want to have. So what is your mission, how you're communicating that, and what is the added value? Like I just shared, how can I use my marketing background, my business background to help those who are wanting to start their businesses, expand their businesses as well. So when you're communicating the added value, of course, you can give examples of your previous experience, of the achievements you've made. And this is something that is also often missing from, let's say, job search documents, or when you're making an offer to clients that really know, like, what you have achieved so far. For example, from last year, I looked at the statistics, and I know that 9 out of 10 of my active job seeker clients got hired within 1 to 6 months. So I can promise results in just months, because 9 out of 10 have received remarkable results when we've worked together. So what are the achievements? What are the results that you can communicate to kind of give proof that what is the added value that you're bringing? What is the value of working with you? Okay. Thirdly, let me jump to third, but I just want to check with you. Do you have any questions related to that, or are we good? Do put thumbs up in the chat again if this makes sense. Thank you so far. Yes. What are you hearing? You're welcome to put in the chat. What are you learning? What are you hearing? Or especially, what do you want to focus on next? Thirdly, I want you to respect your knowledge and expertise. Respect your time. And this is kind of related to getting paid what you're worth. And I wanted to highlight this. I know this is kind of like obvious, but since I work with so many who have imposter syndrome or lack confidence, especially when they are transitioning to doing something new, I want you to know that, like I said, know your expertise, know your skills, know the value, notice the results and achievements you've achieved so far. Even if you didn't have exactly the same experience, what you're now wanting to build on, there's so many transferable skills. I bet you've heard that term a million times, but I do want to share that again, because if you have proof that, yes, you've achieved something, you can probably show that you're capable of learning and what you can achieve next. Let's trying your best, or getting the resources, acquiring what you need to then succeed in what you're creating. But I want you to respect, really stand on your leadership and your worth, and know what you can bring. So when you are pricing yourself, whether it is thinking about the salary or you're pricing your services, I don't want you to sell out too cheap, because that is also a reflection of your brand. Are you credible? Can people trust you if you're not acknowledging your worth? What is the knowledge that you have acquired? And I know this is tough to see, and this was highlighted in my coaching training. Like I said, I've been over 10 years in the corporate before I was learning a new field, and in the training where there was teachers, HR professionals, lawyers, me from marketing, so many different people from different backgrounds in the coaching training, that the trainers was saying like, yes, you might be new to coaching, but think about how much you've learned throughout your career, those kind of skills that you can utilize now. So this was especially for you who are looking to make some changes or transitions. Like, yes, I know you might not be there right away, but you have so much already. Let me share an example. Working with one client now who's also done marketing before and wanting to kind of shift. She noticed like, I can offer marketing services, but that's not exactly what I want to do. So she wants to help solopreneurs to become recognized experts in their field by writing a book. So how can that book really help them to position themselves as experts in their field? So how is my client, now that she hasn't worked with those clients yet, she can't promise like, okay, you'll have the book written in 6 months, because she just doesn't have that experience yet. But what she can promise is to do a proof of concept. So this is what we came up with, like with her current knowledge, she's using the marketing tools and her marketing knowledge to help those who want to write a book, to know that if there will be demand and readers for that book that they'll be writing. Does this make sense? So yes, how you can use those skills that you already have with your passion project. I see some comments here, so let me just have a look. Do you have recommendations on how to convince an employer to accept your transferable skills? Listed in the start. Yes. So like I shared, like these areas, I would in your both CV and cover letter work kind of hand in hand. So in your CV, you can kind of list the skills more like keywords, or then when you have the the work experience and you're describing different jobs, that what you've done so far, highlight those achievements that you have. If you have any tangible results, for example, that would be great, because then you can really show like, okay, these are my achievements. Sorry. Yes, many people find it more easy to talk about these in an interview. Obviously, for you to get to an interview, you want to have an appealing like application. So I would say that draft your CV and the cover letter in a way that it really sparks the interest with the employer. So yes, how can you answer their questions, their requirements, which sometimes sound very, I don't know, that they are looking for a superhuman or something. So do apply even if you don't have 10 out of 10 skills. And think about what are your strong suits and what are maybe the areas that you want to learn and grow more, and you can describe those in the cover letter as well. But yeah, these transferable skills, of course, it's maybe hard to show kind of proof of those if it's totally something different. But then can it be something more universal, like project management skills or leadership skills or something like that, that would be required, or that would show that you can succeed in the role that you're applying for. Does this answer somewhat to your question? And of course, I do invite you to listen if you weren't listening last weeks, because I shared tips how to get hired then. So there's 3 more. So you can find these recordings on my YouTube channel, courage2lead.in /meetup replays, I think is the URL. Are people in Europe more accepting of gaps in your resume for raising your children? I've really struggled in the US because everyone looks down on me for taking a few years off to raise my child. I think this really depends on the company and their organizational culture. I just heard from Finland a lady who was sharing the news with her new employer that she's pregnant, and she was still on the initial period, and they actually then gave her a permanent agreement now that she's going on a maternity leave. So if that makes sense. So I think that was just mind-blowing. It was a great example of how the employer wants to take care of their employees. So I think when there's a trust and they know that she's a valuable employee, a valuable team member, and they want to bring her back. So how to handle these things then. But yeah, I would say there's no one answer, but I would look at those employers that you really want to work with. So what kind of company would also value and support the kind of family work balance or harmony. Okay, do we have other questions on the 3 branding tips? So like I said, and I would love to hear in the chat, what is the area that you really know or need to focus on right now? So is it being more clear on your vision, mission, the problem you want to solve? So basically, what do you want to be known for? Is it number 1? Or is it recognizing your value, noticing kind of the achievements you've done and how to communicate that? That was number 2. Or then number 3, really taking a stand, standing on your worth, how much you value your knowledge, and really not sell your your expertise too cheap. Kind of know like, okay, what is your target and how flexible that is, and then finding the people who want to work with you who would also value that the same. Okay, 1, 2, 3. I would love to hear those more. This is actually the last day of my special birthday offer because my company turned 3 years this February, the 1st. So it's kind of the last day of the month. And if you've been here before, maybe you've heard about the birthday offer. If this is new to you, I want to support those who are ready to take action, get the support they need to really go after and create those results they want in life and business. So I'm making a crazy offer to get like a membership, discounted membership fee for the whole last of the 2024. I'm gonna put the link in the chat if you want to look at that. And I'm happy to guide you through the steps how to get that offer. It's still available today. I know if we haven't met before, you have a 30-day money back guarantee, so you can register now, save your spot, secure this special tuition for the rest of the year. Today, just paying one of the tuitions, you have 30 days to kind of test it out with me. It includes one-on-one coaching. You have access to my small group coaching as well, which is amazing people there, really building heart-centered service businesses. Those who are also moving abroad, many of them, or they are building new income streams, what would support the lifestyle they want to have. So I really find the value of having both the one-on-one and the group support and all the additional guidance that is available for you. So today, your membership fee would be $300 to try for 30 days. I normally don't do discounts because, like I shared, the number 3, know your worth and your value. But because this was a special birthday month, I wanted to do something crazy and support those who are really transitioning. And I know how hard it is to maybe start your own business because I've been there, done that. So how can I support you now to make the changes that are for the better for you and for the people that you want to work with? So anyway, that you can go to the member.liviajoy.com/birthday offer. Like I shared, it's available today. If you have some questions, do message me and we can jump on a call so I can really know more about you and if I'm the right coach for you. When you do sign up today, we will have an onboarding call as well. So like I said, I have guided so many experts that I can comfortably give you that money back guarantee because I've seen the results that we've created in just a few sessions, often working with about 3 months or 6 months, depending on kind of like how big life or career changes you're looking for. But we can look at that in your onboarding call as well. You'll get a strategy. We'll create a strategy with you. What are the next steps? And like I shared, I have clients who are working many changes in parallel, whether it is in their life and then career-wise as well. So how can we look at that big picture and prioritize? So how can I help you prioritize what to focus on? Because I know having moved abroad, pivoted, and started my own business, scaling it, working remotely from 4 continents, that there is a few things to consider. So how can I help you find what to prioritize, what to put your time and energy and money on as well. So today, when you sign up, you can save up to 2,000 during this year that I will fund for you. So if that's interesting, just click the link and go sign up, and I'll contact you for the onboarding, give you access to all the resources. Like I said, with a small investment of 300 today, you can try for 30 days and get your money back if this wasn't right for you. I doubt because I've helped so many different experts, but I know that I'm not the right coach for everyone. So that's why it is there. And my sole purpose is to help you. That's why I'm hosting these trainings every week here on Zoom and sometimes live as well in other channels to help you take that next step, how to prioritize. I want to pour from my over 15 years in business, branding, career growth, personal development space. And like I said, guiding over 1,600 experts now in 3 years, that what can I share from my personal experience and helping them to reach those results that would help you. So this is my way of contributing to you. So I hope to see you next week at the same time here on Zoom. So often on Thursdays here you'll receive some note from me if it's not during that time, if I might be traveling or I'm not able to join at this time. So but normally we meet Thursdays at 10 a.m. Eastern time, or wherever you are in the world, like it's 3 p.m. for me here in London. Okay, so click the birthday offer, have a look at that, what is included in working with me. If this sounds that, yes, you're ready to take action, you're not sure how to start or really how to use your resources effectively, how can I help you prioritize and take those next steps? So I'll see you in the onboarding call and next week here again in the training. If you're watching the replay, do put in the chat what is the area you're focusing on from today's training. What was the lesson for you today? Okay, great to see you guys. And I'm Kaisa again from London, and I wish you good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you next time.